In this video, I'm going to show you how to raid in nations at risk. So raiding is the fastest way to grow in this game, and all nations should be doing it constantly. The first thing you should do is go to your wars page. Find an independent nation that's being attacked by someone else. This is usually a sign that they have resources. Declare war on that nation, and then go to your wars page. If you're not successful, if they're out of your range, or anything else is happening, just find another target. Once you're on the war page, click Attack, and then scroll down. Raid will be on by default. There are also other types of attacks. Full attacks and ground bombardments are very useful when you're fighting real opponents that you're trying to win against. In raids, you're not really trying to win against your opponent because they are inactive. They aren't really playing anymore. Before I launch this raid attack, I'm going to explain military action points. So every 2 hours you get a military action point, and you can use these military action points to launch attacks. This raid attack will cost 3 military action point, 6 hours worth. So I'm going to launch the attack. Start battle. I've looted some of their resources. You loot between 5 and 35% of the nation's resources, and 4% of the Alliance Bank's resources, though if they're an independent nation, they won't be in an alliance, so this doesn't really matter as much. This is a fair amount of resources because they aren't spending them on anything. I'm going to launch my next attack now, and it will take me 24 hours to regain all my military action points. I could wait 6 and then launch another raid attack, but I don't really need to. So this time tomorrow, I'm just going to log back in and launch these attacks. I'm also going to declare war on 4 other nations, or a few less because I'm already raiding some people. On 2 more nations for me, so that I have 5 offensive wars. That is the limit on how many offensive wars you can launch. You can also be attacked or declared war upon by 5 opponents, but hopefully that doesn't happen to you. I'd also advise doing the planetary missions, or mission briefings. Start mission, start battle, and that's a lot of resources, significantly more than what I got in that raid. Definitely do the missions when they are available. You can do missions every 8 hours, and I would highly advise you at least try and do 2 of them a day. There is another important aspect of raiding, and that's attacking bots. So if you go to the Events tab under World, then you will see a lot of different types of events, primarily bots. So bot nations appear in the game on each Friday at 10 PM game time. All existing wars stop at the start of the event to free offensive war slots to players. The important part of this is that bots are basically very strong nations that will give you a lot of resources, and they will give you unique citizens. In order to beat the bots, you have to launch full attacks, or attacks that destroy lots of their units first, and you will probably need to cooperate with multiple other nations via Discord to take them down, because your military alone probably isn't enough to defeat the bot. When you do defeat the bot though, when you've lowered its units, then you can start launching raid attacks, and you can collect a lot of resources, but you'll also collect citizen cards, unique citizen cards. You can employ your unique citizens, use the unique citizen cards by visiting the unique citizens page, and then there'll be a citizen here and you just click employ or use or whatever that is, and it will give you bonuses to your resource production or to other things. So it's very useful. You should definitely do it when possible, and it really distinguishes the casual players from the best players in the game. This video is sponsored by Nations at Risk.